Thanks all. Next item. Fostering, item 7C. We're resuming our correct order. Fostering Neighborhood Association's roadshow presentation. Commissioner Perry will be presenting. And the action here is to approve what you see tonight to send to the city attorney. So this, when we approve it with the modifications, we will send it to the city attorney. That's our next step. We may wish to add other items. Commissioner Perry.
And going forward quickly, I'm going to skip through some of these slideshows that are not on the main draft that we're going to present. Go ahead to the next one. Next one after that. Next one. These are still the guest speakers that we're having considered at this point in time. I would offer to get hold of me if you don't see something on the list that you might want to be interested in, and just get with me and email me your thoughts on that. Next slide. Go ahead and do the next slide. We already have the ampix made on the back of the slideshow. Outreach for advertisement. We still do not know how we're going to present this from a commission point of view. How are we going to do the flyers, or are we using next door? I was just wondering, did we come up with anything on advertisement? Is there anything that we need to consider from a lawyer's point of view, or do we just add that in there?
Well, this would partially be when sending this to the city attorney. She would answer this question for you at the time. What would be allowed? I mean, Nextdoor, you have a Nextdoor account that's right accepted. But regarding,
do we need anything else to be put in there for that?
She
would
fix it. If there was something to add, she would fix it or change it.
Okay.
So I'll make a note to include that when we send our request, assuming it's approved tonight.
Okay, perfect. Then let's go to the next slide. Okay, we're going to skip this one also, but I will just say is that to ensure the Brown Act compliance is that we're going to do this for the same as we did last time. We're going to have somebody out there to make sure that we do not have, what's the proper word for that? Too many commissioners in one space.
Okay.
And we're going to follow that. I think that we can have up to, what was it, 6?
Currently 7.
7?
But
okay. 7 commissioners. I mean, you're all welcome. We can all rotate out if it becomes more than 7. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is the final. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through it, and I'm going to let each person speak on the topic that they did themselves. And we'll kind of run through this really quick. So could I have the next slide? Next slide. All right, this is just a tentative agenda for the way we operated last time we did this. Next slide. That's just us. Next slide. The purpose of the ad hoc committee? No, we'll go ahead and skip that one too as well. All right, what is the Neighborhoods Commission? I'll go ahead and let Nicole speak on that.
So next slide. Next slide. Next slide. So that's the slides you've seen a million times before, and that's a quick overview of what the commission is. Again, this year we're looking to have people know who the Neighborhoods Commission is, what we do, and the point there is to provide them some background. This slide will actually probably go away, but that is the purpose of that section. Back to you.
Thank you. All right, Next slide. One more. Fostering neighborhood associations. David, can you chime in, please?
Yeah, so for me, this was the heart and soul of why we're doing this. It was to get all of the neighborhoods active and working with the city and communicating both directions. And you do this through the neighborhoods associations. We had a slide on what the association is. Next slide. And then a big challenge for people who are, we're encouraging to start an association. They get afraid, they don't know, they can't do it themselves, they have a lot of questions. There's a lot of resources available to them, and we wanted to give them the list. And it was important that we had city council member included on that. We're not circumventing, we're trying to go through the proper channels for the help. So next slide. These were a couple of the concerns that we predicted people would have is I don't want to fail. I don't, once I get this thing going, I want to be able to hand it off. I don't want to do this for my entire life. And then once they've invested all of their time in that, what if the association fails? So we had some work on that. Next slide. And I get pretty self-explanatory, but we wanted to give them a couple of basic steps. And the fact that it is very simple, I mean, that is the message. It's not complicated to start an association. You just need to be focused and excited and go through the steps. There aren't many of them, but you have to just go through the steps. Next is it.
Thank you, David.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and do the next topic with John Semanek for legal fireworks and dumping.
Yeah, we just wanted to include major topics that's typically of interest to most people and residents. So we focused on illegal fireworks, illegal dumping, and it's just to give a few little nuggets. Next slide. And some links that they can go to look at them. This is all off of public sites of the San Jose City. Next slide. Same with dumping, just a little few nuggets, and then links to the next page. So it's intended to be very brief, concise, and to the point, and we're all familiar with this, but is the average resident? Probably not. And then in conjunction with this, later on we included an appendix that, because we know that there'll be people coming to this meeting and they'll have questions about a potpourri of things, not that we're going to cover them, but in the appendix we included areas like homeless and housing, public safety, transportation, animal services, things that typically most residents are concerned about.
Thank you. Could I have the next slide? Just skip those. These are just placeholders for different speakers that we're going to be having. Next slide. Next slide. Placeholders for our key resources for those three. Next slide. And these are the appendix that John was just talking about, the frequently asked questions. And what we would like to do in hope is print these out so that they're on the table for people to pick up. They don't need to ask any questions, they can just take one home with them. Next slide. Animal services. Next slide. Code enforcement, homelessness and housing, public safety, transportation, and that's it. That's the end. This is what we're going to submit to the city attorney's office through you after this meeting. I guess that what's the next thing is we're asking for a vote on this.
So the next thing is Commissioner Fleming will manage the conversation. Any questions for you or any of us? Commissioner Fleming.
Thank you. So if there's any questions right now, we'll start them. Commissioner Cunningham?
I missed what you said, Commissioner Cunningham, at this point, about in the beginning of your pitch, about too many commissioners being in one place at one time.
Oh,
I lost
Brown Act violation, if we have more than, that's the word I was looking for, a quorum? Or is it a different word?
Quorum.
If we have more than quorum and the roadshow, then we'd be in violation of the Brown
Okay.
Act. So we gotta rotate out people and have no more than 7 commissioners
But we'd be
Attending a
conservative.
roadshow.
inside
Attending
the
a-
facility, yes.
Attending, okay, thank you.
But I had a question on that. Isn't this like the mayor's?
Commissioner Wilkins, I'm sorry, so kindly be recognized. Okay, we're just trying to be super diligent. Okay, Commissioner Fleming.
All right, any other questions? Commissioner Wilkins?
Commissioner Wilkins.
My enthusiasm got me. Isn't this like the mayor's presentation where we debated this, whether it's applicable for the Brown Act? I mean, they want everybody from the city there. This is the same sort of a thing. It's a general meeting. We're not talking policies and procedures. We're conveying information that's been approved through the process. So I would have thought we don't have to worry about it.
That is a question I wrote down for the city attorney specifically regarding this. It's right here.
Any other questions? So I'll make a question, piggybacking off Commissioner Wilkins there. If it's a public meeting, we wouldn't have to worry about that. So if it's advertised as a public, posted on our website, posted through the proper channels, we wouldn't have to worry about that. So is this roadshow intended to be a public meeting, or is it intended to be just a neighborhood association meeting?
As far as I know, this is a public meeting.
Public meeting.
My question to the attorney is about what the threshold has to be on advertising in order for you guys to not have to run into the quorum question.
Okay. So then you'll find out, let the team know, and then they can make a public meetings. And then we don't have to worry about that.
True.
Okay. Commissioner Kolstad and Lebowski?
Yeah, a public meeting would require staffing, and we got into this last year a little bit, so if this becomes an official meeting of this commission, then there's a lot of other stuff has to be there. So we might want to not take that step just to go over that, down that hill, I guess, a little bit.
Commissioner Lebowski?
I wouldn't worry about this too much. I've never seen 7 commissioners at a meeting like this. I don't have a microphone, so I'm not going to speak up. I haven't seen more than a handful of commissioners at any one of these meetings at any time. And that included some of the ones that were really well attended, like the drone thing. We had hundreds of people from the public attending, and there were 3 or 4 of us, and that was enough. So, and that's not a criticism. I think it's just a fact of reality. So, and if we ended up with more than 7 or more, somebody's got to go. That's simple as that.
Anyone else? Okay, so we're going to go to public comment.
Public comment, Ed Rast.
The Young Neighborhoods of Santa Clara County has been helping neighborhoods set up neighborhood associations for over 20 years. It's basically the purpose of it. We provide services, we provide conferences, insurance, other things. The neighborhood commission itself, you can go ahead and try to do that. It's not easy to do, and I don't think you have the bandwidth to do it, but it's up to you what you want to do. I'm Wade vice chair, and Perry is chair. So if you have neighborhoods in your council district that are interested, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you.
So then there's an action on this item, and that is to approve the roadshow presentation. To do that, we need a motion. So is there a motion out there?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Give a second. So the motion is for, just to be clear, the motion is for the team to submit what you just saw to the attorney. That was the motion, that was your... Correct. Okay, great, thank you. The second?
A second.
Commissioner Cunningham, a second. Let's vote. All in favor, raise a green. Commissioner Semanek, Commissioner Henry, Commissioner Lebowski, Commissioner Navarro, Commissioner Carter, Commissioner Hernandez, Commissioner Reyes, Commissioner Fleming, Commissioner Cunningham, Commissioner Giamona, Commissioner Martin, Commissioner Holstead, Commissioner Wilkins. It's unanimous.